Hi, I'm Lyn Belisle. I'm here in the studio today to show you some tips using gold leaf. If you've taken a workshop with me, you know there are two things I can't do without. And one of those is metal leaf, gold, silver, or copper, and the other one is walnut ink. Walnut ink is pretty easy to use, but sometimes gold leaf gets a little fiddly. Even though I don't use the real gold leaf, I use the imitation leaf, it still is a little bit expensive and you don't want to waste it. When you buy it loose leaf like this, it's difficult to manage because it's so fragile. You can see how thin the leaves are. This happens to be copper leaf. You can also pay about a third more and get what's called simple leaf and buy it so that it's already attached to a sheet and you can just put it down like this and rub it. But you can make your own leaf using wax paper and make it easy to handle. All you need is a roll of wax paper, and you're going to cut some 4 to 6 inch squares depending on the size of your leaf. And this will adhere to the loose leaf and make it easier to use. I'll show you. First of all, I lift up the page with a leaf on it, the copper leaf, and then I take the wax paper and place it on top of the leaf like this, and then I rub it with my fingers, especially around the edges. And it's usually easier if you rub from the center out. You've heard me say that before about attaching things or doing transfers or whatever. Start at the center and rub out. And when you feel like it's rubbed enough, you can then just slide the leaf off, and you see that it's attached, and you can carry the whole sheet over to your project. This really does save a lot of heartache when your leaf goes flying away if there's a fan on or if somebody sneezes. Now once you have it, you need to attach it, and there are various ways to do that. You can use a leaf sizing or whatever, but one of the easiest ways to use it, especially if you need it to go on a specific area, like right here on this little collage that I'm working on, is to use a glue stick. So all I'm going to do here, I've got my copper leaf ready. I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm going to kind of paint with the glue stick where I want the leaf to be. And I think I want it to be right here in this area. So you see that I've just made a little mark with a glue stick, kind of a brush stroke, and now I'm going to smooth it in with this little card, and it's on the surface pretty well. Now I can take my leaf that's been attached to the wax paper and just lay it on here, press it down where the glue stick is, and lift it up, and you can see that it goes on. And now with my brush rag, I can wipe it off, and it is exactly where I put the glue stick. So this is one way to do it. If you want to use it with walnut ink just as part of an abstract collage, that's a lot of fun too. You can either use a spray adhesive or you can use the glue stick. So I'll take the glue stick and make another mark here. You'll notice that my copper leaf is staying put, and then I'll rub this in and take my copper leaf. Obviously you can do this with any of the flavors of leaf, the silver or the gold, and rub it on. And take this and move it over here. Take this and move it over here. You can see why it's so fiddly. But this helps you transport it without losing a lot of it. And press it down. And I'm going to spray this with a little walnut ink before I rub it off. And you can see that we have a nice pattern with the grain of the paper. It isn't perfect because you are going to lose a little leaf in the process, but it is a lot easier than trying to take a whole sheet of loose gold leaf and transport it to where you want it. So I recommend trying the wax paper trick. You can also order bulk gold leaf from places like Etsy and eBay and save some money by putting the wax paper on yourself. Thanks a lot.